The wildfire is getting more and more fierce due to climate change, manual construction, and animal migration. The data shows that fire in SSM happened frequently during the past century, especially during a centralized time period in the same location. According to the California Department of Fire Protection, wildfires are going to burn more severely in the next 50 years. However, the real estate's market is extremely heated, and people are bidding for the house in SSM, even in fire hazard severity zones. Further research illustrates the house price in burnt area is higher than unburnt area. Therefore, our theme is irrational development based on the weird connection between growing fire hazards, increasing land value, and investment. The research implies that, although people continue to increase the investment in fire suppression, the fire hazard is even worse. More irrational thing is that people will put more time and energy into repeating their failure in fire mitigation, to prove that their sunk cost is not in vain, trapped in a vicious spiral like the positive feedback loop. The implicit crisis occurs when the return of investment rate is slim to none, which means people get nothing out of their enormous investment. In economy, this situation means a collapse point where all previous efforts wasted for nothing. But if we admit the past failures and change the strategy, we could use the same investment to reduce losses and expand returns. Eventually, we will slow down the ROI rate to avoid the collapse. We aim to change the existing vicious spiral into virtuous cycle, by using void urbanism, to utilize managed public area surrounding the town as our fire break. Meanwhile, the void space support the town getting self-enhanced with limited scale. The investment aims at fire suppression will be put in managing the void area, to improve the environment, in order to make Westlake Village more promising with further investment. So we are going to use void urbanism to confront this irrational contradiction. That means be the void lands around the town, give them function and vitality, and extend them to the town center, then control the dangerous zones and get the most value with the least cost. We focus on the burned boundaries in WUI area and the residential category. And find out that over 80% of properties in the burned area belong to high-priced single-family houses. This is where we need to apply void urbanism. We try to combine with the surrounding water system to put the city into a hub to resist fire. Based on the strictly controlled area by government or private, then decide the second level with functions on the basis of the existing elements, including contours, roads, the rivers and parks, and the area of the Woolsey fire. We widen existing roads to increase bike lanes and scenic sidewalks and define them as green corridors to make the park we set to extend into the inside of the city. Then give different functions to attract different public participation. Letting people of different culture and social background meet each other. The last is to set up paths connecting public trails and open spaces. When we focus on the boundaries of fires, we find that they have certain characteristics in topography or geography. We try to change the whether raise heights or dig trenches, and transform the original site into void areas, which can be used as a buffer zone for fires or new areas for future urban development. This is the 3D model shows more details about the urban plan. We use the void park area to block the Westlake Valley from developing more irrationally, consequently the whole town could use the fire damage as an opportunity to rebuild the house and improve the real estate value. Let the void urbanism make the town grow up in rational pattern and improve the whole town environment with more promising future.